Welcome back to 6 News at 10. It is a weather impact alert day because we did have the winds, we had the dry conditions, we had the fire danger out there this evening. Though, if you have any late night plans here on this Wednesday, it's gorgeous. 69 degrees southeast winds, staying breezy at 15 miles per hour, but nothing like what we were seeing earlier today. I showed you earlier we were seeing gusts as high as 30 to 35 this afternoon. Across the area right now, some areas cooling off just a little bit quicker. We're starting to see that northerly flow start to make its way into some of our western communities as our next front starts to move through. It's not going to do much to us. We're still going to be in the 50s by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, and we're still likely going to be in the 80s tomorrow afternoon. The only thing this front is going to do is keep those winds elevated. Again, calming down tonight, but they will pick right back up tomorrow. That is why we have that weather impact alert, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's the time frame we're going to go for. Those are the daylight hours, of course. That's when we are going to be the warmest. The humidity is going to be the lowest, and of course that fire risk will be the highest. So again, gusty winds, elevated risk, that continues to be the impact. Again, you'll see this in just a second. It's not going to be as bad tomorrow as it has been the last few days in terms of the winds and in terms of the humidity overall. So because of that, it's not going to be as high of a risk. But again, don't light anything on fire. I keep saying it. Y'all are doing great up to this point. Let's keep it going over the next day or so as well. Wind gust forecast looks like this. Like I said, calm tonight, but once the front comes through by tomorrow, things pick up quickly. By the afternoon, we're seeing those gusts again, 15, 20, 25 miles per hour behind the front. That stays with us through the evening, and then things calm down a little bit as we head into Friday. And by Friday, we're going to see those temperatures still in the 80s, but look at the wind gusts for Friday. We're talking single digits across the area, so it's actually going to be really nice by the time we get to Friday. Here's your humidity forecast. So here's the problem, right? So we get the wind gusts. That's one thing. This is the issue. When you start seeing these numbers dip below 30%, that's very dry, and that unfortunately is what helps lead to those higher than usual fire risk concerns. So that's why we're dealing with that basically during the warmest part of the day tomorrow. So keep that in mind. In terms of the overall risk, A&M Forest Service has us at a moderate risk. Again, it's not the high risk or the very high risk we've seen the last couple of days, but again, still just worth mentioning that you should not light anything on fire, especially if you're going to be down in the hill country where there is a red flag warning in effect tomorrow, basically from Burnett County all the way down to the Rio Grande. And take a look at this. I showed you this at 6. Want to report this, the Granite Valley Fire, the Nebo Mountain Fires, the one in Llano County, the one in Gillespie County, those are now 100% contained. That does not mean they are out. So if you travel that direction, you see smoke, it's because the fires could still be burning. When we talk about containment, we're talking about the firefighters setting up a perimeter and keeping those fires from spreading. After that, then you kind of go to work on getting the fire out completely. But again, once you see 100% contained, that is a good sign for those fires. In terms of where we go from here, again, weather impact alert tomorrow. Don't light anything on fire. 82 on Friday. Yes, there's a front coming through, but it's not going to do anything to our temperatures. The only thing it's going to do is keep us from getting to the mid-80s faster, which we will do by the time we get to Saturday. Stay there Sunday. Start off next week pretty consistent. Again, no excuses not to get down and vote on Tuesday. But then as we get into Wednesday, we need the rain, and we're finally seeing our next chance start to move into the forecast, about a 40% chance there on Wednesday. And remember, if you need to keep up with your forecast, you can absolutely do that for free by downloading the 6 Plus app. You can stream it 24/7.